It's 2016, a new year full of possibilities, a new season full of stories and characters. And we start tonight at Waterford High School. Welcome to Game Day on theday.com. I'm Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien, and welcome to a new season of Game Day basketball.
Casey, Happy New Year, January 5th, and the sports doctor's New Year's resolutions already broken, gone by the wayside. Good to be back with you tonight, my friend.
It is good to be here as well. We are looking forward to an exciting season of high school basketball. We've got a full slate of boys. We even have girls basketball for you as well. So stay tuned throughout the broadcast tonight, and we will let you in a little bit on what you have to expect. But tonight, we've got ourselves an ECC matchup, rival night here at Waterford High School. The New London Whalers come into town.
Yeah, these teams are both about 4 or 5 games into their season, Casey, and league play starts tonight, my friend. And what better way to start things off with New London at Waterford, a team that Waterford has not beaten since 2007.
That's right. The last time that Waterford High School beat these New London Whalers, these kids were in 3rd grade. So certainly something for Waterford to overcome tonight. And if they're going to do that, we're going to have to talk about what players we are going to watch. Why don't you take us through those?
Yeah, Casey, tonight for New London, the big player to watch is Major Roman, the 6'6" junior center, potentially dominant player in here in the ECC. He's a factor on both ends as a shot blocker and as a low post threat. He's a catalyst of that New London offense. He bears virtually all the offensive responsibility now on a team, Casey, that has 5 brand new starters, all due to graduation. And for the Waterford Lancers, their player to watch tonight, Landon Peabody, 5'11" senior guard, an ECC Player of the Year candidate. He's a part of an explosive backcourt with young Mikey Bissetto and senior Kevin Johnson. Right now, Landon averaging 20.3 points for the first 4 games of the season. He's a threat from the perimeter, and he's a slashing guard who can take it to the cup as well.
Oh, it's all very exciting. You know, Keith, it was an off-season full of change for the New London High School basketball team. First, the school needed to replace the famous John T. Conway gymnasium floor. And then, Coach Craig Parker had to find 5 new starters to play on it.
You know, that's where we're at. We had to replace all 5 starters. You just have to accept what's here. I mean, this is high school. I mean, you know, we just have to put a team on the court with the kids that are currently going to New London and science and technology. And, you know, it's who we have. And, you know, as a coach, as a coaching staff, we just have to try to mold those young men into a good cohesive unit and just build on that.
It's never easy losing starting 5 or losing 9 seniors. But I think we are doing it the best we can with a new group of guys and building confidence and getting better every game and every practice. I have to be able to step up to the challenges and take the responsibility of becoming a leader on the team. And I'm doing my best at that, and throughout the season, I'm hoping that I can get even better.
We know he's going to be our focal point. And, you know, we know he's certainly a young man that can be up to the challenges, you know, to lead this young team. He played with a lot of veterans and senior players last year and that were really good role models and good team leaders, et cetera. And we're hoping that, you know, pays dividends through Major this year for this particular team.
Casey, everything brand new this year for the New London Whaler team. You know, Coach Parker's got his challenges, 5 brand new starters, a new look down at the school, and a different year this year for the Whalers. They were undefeated last year in the regular season, did not lose until the 2nd round of the state tournament last year, so quite the challenge in store for Coach Parker and his staff and the Whalers.
Well, there's newness on the Waterford side, too. You know, following in the footsteps of a beloved and iconic coach is never easy. But new Waterford boys basketball coach Bill Bassett not only embraces it, he uses his own experience playing for an iconic coach as his guide.
I've been a teacher here at Waterford since 2008. I've been coaching here every year and working with Greg was for the past 8 years as well. He was coaching every year I was as well, so he and I have a long history together. I did play at Con College for 4 years under Glenn Miller. That was probably the best coaching experience I've witnessed. He was a master of game planning. He had a system he worked with, and he worked on every single detail of the game. He was almost a perfectionist, which was fantastic to learn from and to see how he taught things. And after working with him, I understood more the whys of the game rather than just what to do. This is why we're doing it. And now I'm able to explain that to my players and hopefully have them play basketball more. We have plays in our system, but a lot of the times here's like a general skeleton how you play, but then you just have to play basketball. To have any of him come out of me would be a great compliment. He's a major coach. Recently, I've had some fellow teammates be at games from back in college, and they say they see tendencies of, you did this, you did that, and I guess old habits die hard. It was just kind of the next step and the next challenge. I wanted to see if this was something that I really was interested in, loved doing. And after one of the first practices, I did text Coach Gwutz and said, I understand now why you love doing this so much. These guys are unbelievable to coach, great to play, to lead. They are such a fantastic group of guys. And so this has been one of the best decisions I've made.
Casey, under normal situations, a team that's full of juniors and seniors would have a hard time adjusting to a new coach. But Coach Bill Bassett has stepped in, and the players have welcomed him with open arms. He's been under the system here for a few years, and he's a new coach, but he's not really a new coach. The players love him, and they just are happy to have him as their man.
Well, we're going to talk about that and a lot more. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Chevrolets, Cadillacs, and Buicks do cost less at MJ Sullivan's in New London, but that's not the only reason we've been Eastern Connecticut's GM leader for over 33 years. It's also because we put you first. First in customer satisfaction, first with a wide selection, and first in real value. So come to MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Cadillac Buick in New London or online at mjsullivanauto.com and let us earn your business for life.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
It defies explanation. New London High School, the gold standard of basketball in the region, has absorbed 2 30-point losses already. Are the Whalers vulnerable, finally, in 2016? Maybe this is the year for so many ECC hopefuls. And it begins tonight with Waterford, the upstart program with nearly 100 wins in the last 5 years, but none over New London. Lancer Nation is ready. Can Waterford spring the upset and beat New London for the first time since 2007? Find out next. It's 2016. It's Game Day. It's live on theday.com. Welcome back. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com from Waterford High School. Casey O'Neill and Keith O'Brien. We're about ready to bring you exciting action between the Whalers and the Lancers. And Keith, let's talk a little bit about the keys to tonight's game.
Casey, the sports doctor's keys to the game for the New London Whalers. Run, run, run. The Whalers have struggled to score in the half-court set so far this year, and they must get points out of transition. A Roman empire. Give Major Roman the ball. Waterford's weakness is its size, Casey, and free means free. Make free throws. Team shooting barely more than 50% for the year, Casey, and it's a free throw, not a foul shot. For the Waterford Lancers, sharing is caring. Share the ball on offense and shoot it well from the perimeter. They're not likely to get much inside against Major Roman and Terrell Martinez, so the outside shot is a definite. Treasure the ball and minimize the turnovers that would give New London transition points and easy buckets. And last but not least, rebound. Limit New London's second chance points. 5 men hitting the boards for the Waterford Lancers tonight, Casey O'Neill.
Well, we are certainly excited to bring you this early anticipated matchup, and I think one of the keys that we're going to talk about throughout the night is where is New London going to get its scoring outside of Major Roman, and how much of an impact can he make down low. One of your favorite guys, Jeff Evans, is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah, Jeff is one of those kids. He's a little bit of a tweener. He's about 5'11" or so, but make no bones about it. He is in high energy. I call him the Energizer, buddy. He's a spark underneath. He's a capitalist. He can do the dirty work, and he can step out and hit that 12-foot jump shot, which will bring Roman away from the basket.
Something new this year for you at Game Day. We're looking forward to bringing you tonight's starting lineups.
Kevin Johnson, Quaker Hill Elementary School.
Michael Bassano, St. Joseph Elementary School.
Landon Peabody, Tripp Elementary School.
Jake Ranguel, Quaker Hill Elementary School.
Jeffrey Evans, Nathan Hale Elementary School.
Gia Lopez, Harbor School.
Tyrell Martinez, Nathan Hale.
Naquan Keith, Winthrop School.
D. Major Rowan, Nathan Hale.
Nicholas Fleetwood, Nathan Hale.
Chevrolets, Cadillacs, and Buicks do cost less at MJ Sullivan's in New London, but that's not the only reason we've been Eastern Connecticut's GM leader for over 33 years. It's also because we put you first. First in customer satisfaction, first with a wide selection, and first in real value. So come to MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Cadillac Buick in New London or online at mjsullivanauto.com and let us earn your business for life.
Waterford senior Sarah Bassetto. She is a staple here for the national anthem. She's also a very talented softball player. She's going to be going on and playing college softball, and she wrote something very fitting in tribute because one of the great coaches in Connecticut, and certainly the ECC, Liz Walker-Sutman, put in her retirement papers, if you will, coaching at Waterford High School, and Sarah paid quite a tribute to her today. And so when we talk about coaches, a lot of changes going on in Waterford, and one of those changes on the Waterford sideline, Bill Bassett, we saw a little bit in the pregame about him. What does he have to do tonight?
First of all, Bill Bassett, what he's going to have to do, Casey, is find the right combinations, what's going to work and what's not going to work versus this New London team. Obviously, matching up versus Major Roman would be a problem, and just see how his team is going to react to the size of Roman and see if he can get his team off to a hot shooting night from the outside.
Two changes we should mention in the starting lineup. Isaiah Cunningham Hodge is in the starting lineup tonight for the New London Whalers, and Ariel Cruz also in the starting lineup tonight for the Whalers. Those were not in our opening lineup mentions, but those are in the starting lineup. Jumping it for New London will, of course, be Major Roman, and underneath, Jeff Evans, the junior forward for Waterford. Roman wins the tip easily to Fleetwood, and New London will have its first possession of the basketball game.
Waterford comes out, Casey, in straight man-to-man defense.
New London swinging it around the perimeter. Quick drive to the basket and an early layup good by Ariel Cruz. And New London comes right out with full court pressure. Mangual does a nice job to Johnson, and Johnson will bring it back up. Gives it to Bassetto over in the corner. Peabody with a three. Come up short. Ball loose. Mangual fighting for it, and Cruz comes up with it to Fleetwood. New London looking to run. Fleetwood throws up a wild shot, and 0-0 Nick Fleetwood. He's a freshman, and a little bit of freshman anxiety right there.
Yeah, early going here. New London not afraid to take the ball to the rack, Casey, trying to expose the lack of size for Waterford.
Long pass. Nice job by Peabody to take it away from Lopez, and Waterford will be set to run a half-court set. Inside to Mangual, nice kick out, it goes to Peabody. Peabody another three, again short. Rebound by Roman, he comes to the floor, but he gets it out to Fleetwood, and New London will push. Inside it goes to Roman, he's harassed by Johnson. Long three is off by Cunningham Hodge, rebound by Peabody. Waterford again content to walk it up. Quickly ahead to Johnson, back up to Bassetto. Bassetto with a little razzle-dazzle, but it's tipped out of bounds. It'll be Waterford basketball.
And Waterford's going to have to swing the ball, reverse direction with the ball. Casey gets some open looks here against New London.
Basetto will inbound on the sideline right in front of the New London bench. It goes to Mangual. Basetto drives baseline. Little floater is good. He beat Roman to the baseline, and a nice drive that time by Mikey Basetto.
Oh, there you go. Challenge the big fella. Get it to the rim.
Looking to get it inside to Roman. They do. He's being bodied up by Mangual. Tries to pass it underneath, and it's intercepted. Waterford comes out of it with Peabody. Peabody to Mangual. Back out to Basetto. Again, Waterford being very deliberate with their pace. Inside-out game. Threatening Roman, but not really going at him directly. Now Basetto will reset the offense. Out to Peabody goes. Peabody drives baseline, and it's good. Almost blocked by Fleetwood, but nice job by Peabody shielding him. Gets to the basket, 4-2, Waterford.
Yeah, nice ball reversal that time by Waterford, and Peabody had it lane to the hoop.
Hodge was looking for Roman. He didn't see him. Basetto comes away with it. Gives it to Mangual. He's going to challenge Roman. No good, and a strong rebound pulled down by Cruz, who outlets to Fleetwood. Fleetwood pulls up at the elbow. Jumper no good. Rebound strong and pulled down by Evans. He gives it up to Peabody. Peabody in the corner to Johnson. Johnson fakes the jumper, kicks it back out to Peabody from the top of the key. Three-pointer no good. Tipped around. Fleetwood battling with Evans, and Evans comes away with it. He's the Energizer Bunny, and you saw it right there. Good athleticism and hustle by Evans.
Yeah, he's very active, both ends of the ball, Case.
In the corner to Basetto, trapped there by the Whalers. Nice look inside to Evans. Eyes in the side of his head. Mikey Basetto to Jeff Evans. Gio Lopez to Hodge. Hodge goes baseline. Gives it back to Lopez. Lopez to the baseline, throws up a floater, no good. Strong rebound. Lopez comes out of it himself. Kicks it back out, and Fleetwood will reset. Inside to Roman. Roman looking to work on Mangual. Instead, kicks it out to Cruz. Jumper no good. Nice rebound and cleanup inside by Gio Lopez. Whalers really struggling from the perimeter.
Yeah, Roman needs to touch the ball, Casey. That time he got his hands on the ball and created some offense.
A little bit wild that time for the Lancers. Out of the pack comes the Whalers. Inside it goes to Roman. Roman spins baseline, and we're going to have our first foul on the game on Jake Mangual, and that's going to put Roman at the line for 2.
Yeah, and Roman's a kid that's going to have to touch the ball almost every single time down the floor. The offense has got to start either inside to outside or outside to inside and use Major Roman.
We're going to get an early substitution in the ball game as a Lancer is at the scorer's table. They're going to wait till after the first one by Major Roman. He struggled with free throws last year, and the first one awkward and a bit short. Walker Sutman, we mentioned Liz Sutman retiring today as coach of Waterford, in part to watch kids like Walker Sutman play.
Yeah, Walker Sutman, sophomore, offers a bit of size for the Lancers up front.
No good, a lane violation on a banked free throw by Major Roman. He shoots free throws like a defensive end.
Once again, it's free throws and not foul shooting.
That's right.
Big difference there.
Pressure by New London, broken fairly easily by Waterford. Johnson comes out with it, gets it to Sutman. Sutman looks for contact, and it's swatted by Roman, who comes out of the pack with it. Gives it to Gio Lopez. Fleetwood's got it, kicks it back to Lopez. Lopez, three-pointer from the top of the key, no good. Oh, nice rebound and putback by Ariel Cruz. And like that, we're tied up at 6.
There you go, Cruz and his size paying dividends here for the Whalers.
Johnson breaks pressure, gives it to Mangual. Mangual slows it out, gets it back out to Johnson, sporting the Mohawk, is the diminutive one, number 1.
Now, the early pace of this game so far certainly is in favor of the Whalers, Case.
A long 3 by Johnson, no good. Cruz blocks the rebound by Sutman, out to Basetto, and a 3 by Mikey Basetto. He has really improved his outside shooting. Only a sophomore. He's hoping to have the success that his father had at St. Bernard's. In the lane, basket by Cunningham Hodge. And after a slow start, this game has found a little bit of rhythm, picking up the pace.
Yeah, clean look that time by Hodge in the middle of the lane.
Intercepted by Hodge, and he's going to slow it down. New London's going to try to get into a half set. Long 3 by Cunningham Hodge is good!
He shot that ball from New London, Casey.
And like that, the Whalers with their first lead, 11-9, and pressure. Mangual gets it to Basetto. Basetto looking to push. Heads to the baseline. Looking inside. Bad pass that time. Out of it comes Lopez. Now the Whalers looking to run. Lopez wisely pulls it back out, and New London will run a half court. Pressured by Peabody. Over it goes to Fleetwood for a three. And just like that, the Whalers, with their biggest lead of the game, 14-9, and they're shooting the basketball.
Back-to-back threes for the Whalers. Surprise, surprise. Not their strong point.
Basetto with a floater in the lane, no good. Mangual with a big rebound, swung into the corner to Peabody for three. And Landon Peabody is yet to get the long-range shot down. Rebound by New London.
And one and done this far on the offensive end for the Lancers as the Whalers own the glass in the early going.
Roman holds it deep, gets a triple team, and they're going to force him into a travel as official Rich Radiccioni says he can't take that many steps.
You see, that's where Major Roman has got to kick the ball to the outside. He was triple teamed. He tried to make something happen, Casey. Got guys on the perimeter. Find the hot hand, Major.
We should mention the officials are Rich Radiccioni and Dan Kalis, two veteran officials. Waterford looking to break pressure. And it goes to Colin Shannon, newly into the ball game for the Lancers.
The good shooter.
Shannon gets it again on the wing, dumps it to Mangual. Mangual tries to find Evans, and it's intercepted. And out with it comes the Whalers. Gio Lopez kicks it out to Fleetwood, and the Whalers will reset. It's a little sloppy basketball turnover that time, and Basetto comes out with it for Waterford. Waterford has Evans and Mangual down low with Shannon. Long three, no good. Evans tips it around on the floor. Basetto, and they're going to say it was off of Major Roman, and it will remain Waterford basketball.
Early going in this game, the Waterford Lancers struggling to find clean looks. A couple of nice passes underneath for Evans cashed in, but they still haven't gotten any kind of rhythm on the three-point line, Casey. Struggling to find offensive rhythm.
Marked down now with 120. Mangual comes out of the game. He was doing the job on Roman, so we'll see who has Roman on the defensive end now with Mangual out of the game. Ball loose on the floor. Evans comes out with it, kicks it out to Basetto for an open three. It's good. Mikey Basetto really keeping Waterford into it. 14-12 with 1:06 remaining. Whalers have the basketball. Mikey Basetto has really shot the ball well.
And he has grown into that role, and he is not afraid to take that big shot.
And just a very, very sloppy play right there by New London. Gio Lopez had not gotten over half court yet. Fleetwood delivered the ball. We have a backcourt violation. Under a minute remaining. Basetto with the basketball. Kicks it over. Peabody. Peabody yet to make an impact on the offensive end. It's been all Basetto. Ball loose. Roman tries to come out with it. It's on the floor. Hodge comes out with it. Gets it ahead to Fleetwood. Fleetwood strong to the basket. Reverse layup is good. Nice athleticism by the freshman, Nick Fleetwood. Basetto gets it to Peabody, coming the other way. 30 seconds. New London trying to harass. Sutman kicks it out to Basetto for a long three. Quick trigger. No good. Rebound. Peabody underneath. He's stripped. Goes up strong, and we're going to have a foul on the backside, I believe, on Isaiah Cunningham Hodge. We'll see who the official gives it to. They do give it to Cunningham Hodge, his first, and Landon Peabody will go to the line with 24 seconds remaining.
Number 3, Landon. Peabody's another one of those kids doing work down low for the Lancers.
First one is good. Peabody, an excellent free throw shooter, brings the Lancers to within 3, 16-13. 24.5 seconds remaining here in period number 1. Second free throw in and out, I jinxed him. Rebounded by Cruz, up ahead to Hodge. He tries to find Roman running the lane, and Roman was out of bounds. The pass was a little too strong, so Waterford, with 18 seconds left, Keith, has a chance at the last shot.
Yeah, and they've started a little sluggish here, but Mikey Basetto's off with a spark and really picked things up for them on the offensive end.
Waterford content walking the ball up with Basetto. He's got Shannon at the top. Inside it goes to Sutman. Tipped out of bounds by Fleetwood with 5 seconds remaining. And now Waterford will have a little bit more pressure on them for this last shot. Inbounding is Basetto. Inside it goes to Sutman. Sutman kicks it back out to Evans. Evans throws up a wild shot at the buzzer. No good. Rebound Peabody. Peabody throws a fall away at the buzzer. No good. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Your score at the end of 1, the New London High School Whalers 16, the Waterford High School Lancers 13. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Chevrolets, Cadillacs, and Buicks do cost less at MJ Sullivan's in New London. But that's not the only reason we've been Eastern Connecticut's GM leader for over 33 years. It's also because we put you first. First in customer satisfaction, first with a wide selection, and first in real value. So come to MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Cadillac Buick in New London or online at mjsullivanauto.com and let us earn your business for life.
Welcome back to Waterford High School. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. Casey O'Neill along with the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. The junior voice of Game Day has made his first basketball appearance, and there's maybe some future opponents of the junior voice of Game Day, led, of course, by one Jordan Elsey of the famed Elsey family, one of the many Waterford High School future basketball players.
Very famous here in the town of Waterford. Lee, Steve.
They are.
All the Elseys.
Father Vic, famous jazz musician, played the blues, little swing action.
Sure.
So, Keith, impressions after the first quarter?
Well, I thought the pace certainly favored New London, and their size kind of bothered, Waterford a little bit, especially on the offensive and defensive rebounding end. Waterford, listen, Mike Bassetto's out there. He seems to be the engine that makes that team go a little bit, Casey, and I did have to rely on him to get some open looks.
Waterford will get the first possession of the second quarter. Johnson, Bassetto, Mangual, Evans, and Shannon into the ball game. Johnson fakes a three, kicks it in the corner to Shannon. Back out to Johnson, and then Shannon fakes a look, and Waterford really looking to get it inside, but not much there. New London with a lot of length on the floor right now. Inside it goes, tipped around, and Evans comes down with it, puts it to the floor, kicks it back out to Johnson. Open look from the top of the key is good. And we are all tied at 16. Kevin Johnson with an open look at the top of the key. Gio Lopez to Cunningham Hodge. Now Major Roman at the top of the key looking for a backdoor screen. Lopez goes baseline. Inside it goes to Roman. Roman gets a decent look inside. Puts it up too strong. Rebound by Ariel Cruz. Cruz spins, little jump hook short. Ball tipped, and Mikey Bassetto, the smallest guy on the floor, comes out with it. Bassetto in the corner. It goes to Shannon. Shannon, long three-pointer. No good. Mangual comes down with it. Kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson fakes. Evans on the side is good. Jeff Evans with a baseline jumper from 12 feet, and that puts Waterford on top, 18-16.
Yeah, that's his game, Casey. Get a clean look from about 12 feet and knock it down.
Gio Lopez over to Cunningham Hodge. Nice job, comes to the elbow, drops it down to Roman. Roman double team, spins out of it, loses the basketball, and Johnson comes out with it. Running the floor is Johnson. In the corner it goes to Shannon. Eschews the jump shot, gives it back out to Johnson. Pace of the game, a little tentative. Oh, nice reach in that time, but Bassetto came out with it. Jumper, no good, rattles in and out. And Roman comes down with a rebound, and up ahead it goes to Gio Lopez. Inside it goes to Roman, to Fleetwood. Now they get it back inside to Roman. Roman spins, tries to hit Lopez on the cut, and it goes off of Lopez. It'll be Waterford basketball.
Nice look that time by Roman on the baseline. Lopez has got to have ready hands. The big fella's going to deliver the rock.
Looks like New London is really trying to get the ball into Major Roman, despite some early success from the perimeter by Cunningham Hodge and Lopez and Fleetwood. They're really trying to get the ball into Roman, but Waterford's sending three guys to him every time he touches it. Waterford with a 2-point lead and the ball. Johnson with a long three. No good. Wild. Evans with the rebound and putback. No good. And Roman grabs the rebound. Out it goes to Hodge. Cunningham Hodge spins on Peabody, goes baseline, kicks it out to Roman. And we're going to get a timeout, New London. They clearly do not like the rhythm of the offense.
You see a couple times down the floor, too, especially on a defensive end for New London. Major Roman's presence, just for not even blocking shots, but altering shots down there. Playing that in the back of the minds of the Waterford Lancers right now, Casey. Very tentative around the rim of the Lancers.
One of my favorite parts of a high school basketball game with New London is watching the facial expressions of Coach Craig Parker.
Sure.
For those of you who don't know Coach Craig Parker, he's a very reserved man. He does not indicate his emotions very well. Now, Craig, known as Chop, of course, to everybody, is right on top of his kids, and he really wants them to get more involved. And when he's upset, That was what that timeout was. That was a timeout before it gets out of hand to keep them focused on what they need to do offensively.
Yeah, early going in this game, Mikey Bussetto with 8 for the Lancers, and Cunningham and Fleetwood both with 5 respectively, leading scores for the Whalers.
New London will inbound down 2. Cunningham, Hodge. They try to get the lob to Roman, but Waterford shuts it off. Inside to Roman, and no good. He can't get it to fall. Cruz with the rebound, but that's as good a look as Roman's had. Outside it goes to Fleetwood. Wild shot, no good. He follows it up himself, and he's tied up by Johnson. And we will have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Whalers.
Yeah, long shots, long rebounds. That's one thing that Waterford can't afford to do, is give up second chance opportunities to the Whalers, Case.
Still waiting for our first substitution by New London. Waterford has run 8 deep. In the corner it goes to Hodge. He fakes a 3, kicks it back out to Fleetwood. Fleetwood guarded by Peabody. Back to Cunningham. Hodge, long 3, no good. Roman smacks it and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Waterford basketball. So just like that, the Whalers go back to resorting to the 3-pointers.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to draw the defense for Waterford out a little bit to give Roman a little more space underneath. Oh, you've heard the expression, you can't make them all, you can't miss them all either. Keep shooting.
Up 2 with the ball, Lancers. Kevin Johnson over to Peabody. Whalers back in his zone. Inside it goes to Evans, puts it to the floor, goes up, blocked, and we're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on Gio Lopez, and that's going to send Jeff Evans to the line to shoot 2.
You know, and Jeff Evans has worked on his game all summer long. AAU ball, travel ball. You know, he's worked on his offensive skill set. He's pretty good with the ball, and he's good for the jump shot.
Questionable foul call that time. Looked like a lot of ball, but Evans, the fortunate recipient, goes to the line and knocks down the first one to give Waterford a 3-point lead, 19-16 with 4:44 remaining. Here at Waterford High School, you're watching Game Day live on theday.com, the first of 10 Game Day broadcasts in this basketball season. Evans knocks down both, and a 4-point lead for the Lancers. Cunningham, Hodge swings it into Fleetwood. Fleetwood to Roman. Roman to Cruz. Cruz puts the ball on the floor at the foul line, tied up. And he's going to walk, and another turnover. Right now, the Whalers' offense out of sync. Coach Craig Parker is going to have to find something to get their offense going. They have not really found any rhythm since those early 3-pointers.
Man, defensive pressure on the perimeter by the Waterford guards, making things awfully difficult for the young Whalers out there.
Johnson to Peabody. Evans, Shannon, and Mangual, the other 3, the biggest of the Waterford lineups. Shannon back to Johnson. Johnson splits the defense, and he's going to walk. Took a little tentative step and dragged the other foot. Turnover Lancers, and the Whalers will have it down 4.
Casey, Lancers having a little bit of trouble trying to find some offensive rhythm against that New London zone thus far.
A lot of length on the floor for New London right now with Cruz and Roman in the game at the same time. Inside it goes to Cruz. He puts it on the floor. Turnaround jumper inside the key, no good. And a big rebound by Shannon. He comes out of the pack with the basketball. Colin Shannon, the junior, pulls up for 3. High arcer, no good. Rebound gets tipped around by Evans and out to Peabody. Peabody trapped, gets rid of it to Evans in the corner, and he'll put the ball on the floor over to Johnson, who will reset the Waterford offense. In and out it goes to Mangual. Johnson in the key, kicks it to Peabody. Peabody goes to his right, drives into the lane. He goes right into Major Roman, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Landon Peabody as he plowed into Major Roman.
All right, player control foul.
Our first look at the stat guru, Mike Giannakis, into the ball game for Waterford. Also back in the game, Mikey Bussetto. So you've got the same 3 guards of Bussetto, Giannakis, and Peabody, along with Mangual and Evans.
And Giannakis offers a extra shooting option on the perimeter for the Lancers, Case.
All year long in the football season, we said, shoot the ball. Steal by Evans. He's pushing it, maybe unwisely, wild to the basket. What an athletic move and basket by Jeff Evans. And a timeout for New London.
That's my guy, Jeff Evans, making things happen on both ends of the floor. Offense, defense, a lot of energy out there for the Waterford Lancers.
So with 3:11 remaining here in the first half, Waterford with its biggest lead of the game, 22-16. And, you know, New London really hasn't been able to figure out what it wants to do. Every time they dump the ball into Major Roman, he's harassed by the smaller guards. He can't put the ball on the floor. If they're not knocking down threes, that Whaler offense really struggles.
Yeah, and I think New London has to find their comfort zone, Casey, whether it's a 10-foot jump shot by Roman or Martinez, or get a little more consistency from the outside shooting from the perimeter from guys like Fleetwood and Cunningham, and I think that they're going to be all right. The recipe for their lack of success may just be knocking down a few shots.
And so far, we've only seen 5 guys for New London. We are waiting for our first substitution by the Whalers, so Coach Parker content to go with these 5. And one thing I will say about Coach Parker, he is great at building. He's got a great program, which means the decisions he makes game to game are not designed. He doesn't care about winning this game as much as he cares about winning games 2 months from now, winning games in the ECC tournament, winning games in the state tournament. That's why they played up against Crosby. That's why they
East Catholic,
and that's why the guys that are on the floor right now. He's doing this to develop this team for moving on. So.
No. Sure he is. I mean, he's got a long ECC season ahead of him, and he's up to the players to make it work.
The aforementioned Coach Sutman, now retired. See how much more content she looks sitting in the crowd? Roman with the basketball, and Cunningham Hodge slips. Tough break for New London. Out with it comes Peabody. Nice look to Evans, but it's stolen by Major Roman. Roman running the floor, puts it on the floor, drives to the basket, and he's got it and one. What an athletic drive to the basket by Major Roman, breaking the skid for New London.
Roman with authority that time, Casey. Waterford was on a little 13-2 run, and Major Roman stepped in front of the passing lane and said, "Not on my watch."
And he will go to the line, which is a place that he traditionally struggles. Peabody, with his second foul, will come out of the basketball game, and Kevin Johnson will replace him. Roman really needs to knock these down, and on cue he does, and it brings the Whalers to within 3, 22-19.
Well, there's nothing better than creating offense off of defense, easy transition buckets for either team.
Basetto, Giannakis, and Johnson, the 3 guards for the Lancers. Giannakis swings it to Basetto, inside to Mangual, 12-footer by Evans in the corner, this time no good. Tipped, and Cunningham Hodge comes out of the pack with it, and he's stripped by Johnson. Great anticipation by Johnson. Johnson pulls it out in the corner, it goes to Giannakis. Swings it to Johnson. Inside, tipped, and out of bounds. It'll stay Lancer basketball. .217 remaining, 3-point Waterford lead with the basketball. A lot to cheer about so far for the Lancers. Johnson drives on Cunningham Hodge. Basetto from the elbow, long jumper, no good. Rebound by Major Roman, and out it goes to Cunningham Hodge. Pulls up for 3, airballs it underneath, and out of the pack comes Basetto. Not the shot that Coach Parker wanted.
Very quick shot in the offensive set, Casey.
Giannakis drives baseline. Out it goes to Mikey Basetto. Down under 2 minutes. Basetto with the left hand. Tipped, and it finds Mangual. Mangual tries to get it inside to Evans, and it's tipped out of bounds by Gio Lopez. It will remain Waterford basketball.
Tight quarters down there for the Lancers. Net really plays into the hands of New London's defense, Casey. Like you said, very big, very athletic. Waterford's got to find a way to reverse the ball and get some clean looks.
In the corner it goes to Basetto. Swings it to Mangual, running towards the basket, and we're going to get a travel on Jake Mangual, and it'll be Whaler basketball.
You know, and the one thing about playing ball with Mikey Basetto is you got to have quick hands, because he has quick hands, so you've got to be ready to go at all times, Casey, catching that fastball, if I could use that term on a basketball broadcast.
Yeah. And just because you don't see the angle where the ball is going to come from doesn't mean he doesn't, so you always have to have your hands in catching position ready to get the ball. Another Whaler turnover, and out of the pack comes Giannakis. Running the floor, he wisely pulls it out. Kicks it over to Basetto, who drives to the hoop. Little stutter step, kicks to Mangual, and Waterford will send it back up on top. Johnson with the basketball over to Giannakis, drives the lane, and he's going to draw a foul on the floor. Nice aggressiveness that time by Mike Giannakis, and he will get to the line. Foul is on New London, Gio Lopez. And they're going to say it's on the floor, so it'll be underneath the basket, so the stat guru does not get to shoot 2, and he's promptly taken out of the basketball game in favor of Colin Shannon. Out up top it goes to Mangual. Waterford will reset as we head down towards a minute remaining here in the first half. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. And a travel where this game has gotten very sloppy all of a sudden as the defense has turned it up a little bit, but the offenses need to catch up. 1:03 remaining, and the Whalers have a chance to tie. Cunningham Hodge, along with Lopez. Hodge takes the shot, and it's blocked, and we're going to get a foul in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Mikey Bassetto, and that's going to send Cunningham Hodge to the line to shoot two, as Bassetto got him on the arm in the middle of a jump shot.
As the game slows down here a little bit here in the second quarter, Casey, it's going to be real important to see which team can carry momentum into the locker room and come out with the second half. Very important here in the last minute or so.
First one is good by Cunningham Hodge. Isaiah Cunningham Hodge, the senior guard for New London, brings them to within 2 with just under a minute remaining here in the first half. Second one is up and good. So Hodge brings the Whalers to within a point. Bassetto with the basketball for the Lancers. Inside it goes to Mangual. Quick turnaround jumper, no good. Strong rebound by Cruz, and it's out of bounds off of the Lancers.
The Lancers have hit 4 3-point shots here, Casey, in the first half, and they haven't had a clean look, and it seems like forever from the three-point arc.
22-21, Whalers with the basketball and a chance to go into halftime somehow ahead in this ball game, which is crazy considering how inconsistent both teams have been offensively. Lopez on a tip, goes to the line, no good. Roman comes down with it on the floor, it's loose. Evans gets it. Roman cannot put the ball on the floor. These guards have very quick hands for Waterford. Bassetto, and then speaking of quick hands, Isaiah Cunningham Hodge knocks it out of bounds with 23 seconds remaining. Bassetto will inbound for the Lancers right in front of New London's bench. And Kevin Johnson will control for the Lancers. Bassetto, Johnson. In the corner, driving the baseline is Shannon, tipped away by Cruz. Mangual somehow comes up with it and gets it up and over Roman. 5 seconds remaining in the half. Cunningham pushing it 2-1. Half-court shot is up and no good. And there's your halftime score. Waterford 24 and New London 21 in what has been a very erratic and sort of sloppy first half. And the sports doctor, who wears many hats, is going to have a couple of seconds down on the floor with Waterford coach Bill Bassett. Sports doctor.
Coach, did their zone give you any kind of trouble there on the offensive end in the first half?
Their zone's really moving around well. They're really taking away the high post, discouraging passes to the corner. So they're really moving very, very active. So we got to figure that out before the end of the game.
Okay, you had 4 3-point shots in the first half, but then you seem to get away from that a little bit. How do you free up your guards on the perimeter in the second half?
Drive and kick. Drive and kick. Get the ball inside. We work inside out, and we'll get some better shots for our guards.
Lastly, are you happy with the pace of the game?
I always like to go faster.
Faster. Coach Bill Bassett, Waterford, thank you so much. His motto is faster. Waterford's going to have to get some clean looks on the perimeter, Casey, to be effective here in the second half.
That's right. Thank you very much, Sports Doctor. We are at halftime here at Waterford High School, where the Waterford Lancers have a 3-point lead. We're going to take a little break and come back for second half action and halftime wrap-up. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Chevrolets, Cadillacs, and Buicks do cost less at MJ Sullivan's in New London, but that's not the only reason we've been Eastern Connecticut's GM leader for over 33 years. It's also because we put you first. First in customer satisfaction, first with a wide selection, and first in real value. So come to MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Cadillac Buick in New London or online at mjsullivanauto.com and let us earn your business for life.
Welcome back to Waterford High School. You're watching Game Day live at theday.com. Balancing a rigorous schedule of honors classes, elite basketball, and the high expectations he places upon himself, New London Junior Major Roman appreciates his brother Hunter's example, but he's determined to walk his own path.
Growing up, my mother has been a teacher, and she's always stressed the importance of getting a good education, and she's always helped me on the way there. And my father has also stressed the importance of that too. Having an older brother that's been a scholar athlete, he's always been there to help me through sports and academics. Definitely a great role model for me. I don't want to say living up to, because it's not exactly, I don't want to be just like him, but I want to be able to achieve the same goals he did, and also do the best I can and be my own person at the same time.
Nothing's better for a coach than what we call low maintenance kids. And he's about as low as you can go, where you don't have to worry about major in terms of academics, in terms of athletics. You know, he certainly can be a role model for not just kids at New London, but kids throughout the area.
It's definitely tough balancing sports and academics, and I have to do my best finding the time to study and just maximizing my time overall. So whenever I have free time, whether it's in study hall or going home, I have to be able to get my work done also while going to practice every day.
You're watching Game Day live on theday.com, and Major Roman certainly has his work cut out for him. He's up to the challenge, but as you saw tonight, there's a lot facing him.
Yeah, you know, Major's a kid that's going to see double and triple teaming at all times. And again, inside-outside offense, Casey, for Major Roman this year. And he will be a major piece to the puzzle for the Whalers.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out for him in the second half, because every time he goes to put the basketball on the floor, those quick Waterford guards get their hands in, and he's really not had many good looks tonight.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, if London could find a rhythm shooting the ball from the perimeter a little bit, that'll open things up and free things up for Roman to get a little more space to operate down there.
You know, changing roles isn't always easy, but Waterford senior Jake Mangual embraces his. Now, you realize he's the quarterback on the football team. He got all the attention, but now he relishes his role as the anchor, whose contribution won't show up on the stat sheet.
It's different. It's very different because when I freshman and sophomore year, I was more of a guard. So I learned how to play guard, but then all through middle school and elementary school, I was always the big man. It's almost like the line in football. They're the reason the quarterback, the running back are good, and they don't get a lot of credit for it. But I don't know. I love the new role. I think it's fun.
Jake has been an absolute anchor on my team. He is completely unselfish. When we look at the other team, when we look at an Eddie Volkerts for Fitch, who is a fantastic player, we look at who needs to step up and start to defend him. I can always count on Jake. If there's a big man on green for Osebo, Jake, call his number. And I know he's always up for the challenge.
People look at him and they're like, oh, like Owen Green, he's 6'3", and you have Jake who's 5'11", maybe 6 foot, and they think he has no shot, but once he gets in the paint, it's like, gives him one bump, and they're like, this kid could probably take him.
His box score is usually very empty, points-wise, but it's rebounds-wise or even turnovers-wise for the opponent is very high. He's such an absolute anchor where I can worry a little less knowing that Jake is going to be really defending some of the best players on the other team.
You know, Casey, Jake Mangual is one of those kids who I followed for the last 3 or 4 years here at Waterford, and he's a throwback player. He plays football, he plays basketball, he plays baseball. He gets the most out of his athletic experience and academic experience at high school. Great, great kid.
Yeah, he's the kind of player that you need in a community, a high school community. He is the anchor. He brings a semblance of normalcy to all three of those sports. And it's players like Jake Mangual, those 3-sport players that really add to the community of a school. You know, speaking of community, Sports Doctor, the southeastern Connecticut community had all kinds of great things happen in the year 2015. And we at the Day certainly want to share some of those experiences with us. Stay tuned for this really nice feature, the Pictures of the Year of 2015. Great pictures of the year 2015. There's one for 2016. What will 2016 hold for us? We're going to find out. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com. 24-21 Waterford on top at the half here at Waterford High School. And the sports doctor, tell us how we got there.
Yeah, leading scorers so far in the ball game, Casey. Cunningham with 7 for New London. Mikey Bissetto and Jeff Evans leading the way with 8 for the Lancers. The players to watch, surprise, surprise, Landon Peabody just with 3 points. Major Roman just with 3 points as well. So other factors, other people contributing tonight for both teams.
Well, I think Roman had about 30 rebounds in the first half and certainly made his presence felt underneath. And New London's got to be happy being within 3, considering he's only scored 3 points, rather than Waterford, who has other scoring options. We saw with Bissetto having a nice first half for them. One of the questions for me is New London only played 5 guys in the first half.
Right.
And for whatever reason, and that kind of, the lack of depth, they're not in foul trouble, but we'll see how that plays out in the second half of things. So 24-21, and we are about ready to start half number 2 here at Waterford High School.
Coach Bill Bassett said at halftime, the Lancers want to come out and run the ball in the second half, push the tempo a little bit, Casey, and try and create some easy scoring opportunities.
Yeah, you don't hear many teams when they're facing New London say they want to go faster, that they like the pace faster. That was interesting. He wants to push the basketball, and he will get the first opportunity as the Lancers will inbound. Bissetto, Peabody, Johnson, Mangual, and Evans, the original starting 5, out there for Waterford. Mangual to Bissetto, quickly over to Peabody, kicks out to Johnson. Johnson to Bissetto, inside it goes to Evans, and it's stolen by Gio Lopez. Lopez, Cruz, Roman, Fleetwood, and Cunningham Hodge. In it goes to Cruz, holding it up high in the corner to Cunningham Hodge. Flashing to the top to the foul line is Cruz, and he loses it on the floor. Out comes Johnson. Waterford looking to run. Kevin Johnson in the lane, swatted out of bounds by Gio Lopez. Waterford basketball. Coach Craig Parker imploring Ariel Cruz to shoot the basketball. He had a nice open 10-footer. Evans all the way to the other side to Johnson in the corner. Bissetto and Johnson to reset the Waterford offense. He's guarded by Fleetwood. Bissetto hounded by Cunningham Hodge. Double teaming Mangual. Loose ball picked up by Bissetto. He tries to thread the needle, ill-advised. Peabody, though, comes out with it in the corner for Waterford. Peabody splits a double team, kicks it out to Johnson. 3-pointer off the boards, no good on the floor. And Peabody somehow comes out with it for Waterford. New London with an opportunity for the rebound and couldn't quite get it. Peabody to a Johnson, flashing in the foul line. No good. Rebound by Roman. And we're going to get a foul on Jeff Evans with a reach-in on the Major Roman rebound.
Yeah, Waterford's got a couple clean looks here in the second half and just can't cash in, can't knock down some shots. As we look at Terrell Martinez checking in for the first time today for the New London Whalers, Casey.
I have never seen a kid get off the bench faster than Terrell Martinez just did when he was signaled to get into the basketball game. He is anxious and ready to play, and he's an energy player for the Whalers. Immediately they get the ball into Martinez, working on Evans. He spins to the basket. They're going to call him for a travel. But you can see with Terrell Martinez in the basketball game, unlike Ariel Cruz, who's more of a defensive player, Terrell Martinez is going to look to score, and that might free some things up for the Whalers.
Yeah, quick feet, a little too quick that time by Martinez as he shuffles. He gets called for the walk, but he is looking to be aggressive, Casey, like I said, right off the bench for the Whalers. And New London needs somebody to step up and score the basketball.
Peep inside it goes. Great look from Bissetto to Evans. No good. Followed by Mangual is good. And a 5-point lead for Waterford. And an offensive foul in the other direction. A overly aggressive Terrell Martinez just getting in the basketball game. And he was whistled for the offensive foul. And just like that, Waterford with a 5-point lead and a chance to really seize control of this thing with 6:05 in the third quarter. Bissetto in the corner. It goes to And back out to Basetto. Three-pointer no good. Rebound, Major Roman. And a long pass up it goes to Martinez. Strong to the basket, and it's good. Terrell Martinez with his first 2 of the game, and it cuts the Waterford lead to 3.
There he is, Terrell Martinez, making a difference on the offensive end for the Whalers.
Basetto up top for Waterford. Kicks out in the corner. It goes. Peabody for 3. No good. Tipped in the air. Peabody comes down with it. Goes with the left hand. It goes to Basetto on the elbow. Inside look to Mangual. Quick shot. Somehow rattles out. How did that not one go down? And Roman cleans the rebound. Cunningham Hodge to Gio Lopez. Drives to the basket with a floater. No good. Tipped. Controlled by Terrell Martinez. Inside to Gio Lopez with the left hand, and he scores. Gio Lopez with a nice move with the left hand. Cuts the Waterford lead to 1.
Lopez and Martinez providing a spark here, Casey, in the first 4 minutes of the second half for the Whalers.
Waterford swinging the basketball, and Cunningham Hodge knocks it out of Kevin Johnson's hands. It'll remain Waterford basketball, and not where the Lancers want to be right now. Only a 1-point lead, and New London with some energy.
Yeah, and New London extending their defense a little bit and really bogging down the three-point shooting and the passing lanes thus far for the Lancers here in the second half.
Peabody over to Johnson. He fakes the 3 and swings it back to Peabody, the top of the key. Peabody drives, strong to the hoop, and it's blocked by Roman. Evans with a rebound. Follow is good, and we're going to get a foul on Gio Lopez, and that's going to send Evans to the line for the bonus.
Now, and there's Evans, that guy we talked about from the beginning of the game. Casey just making some plays out there. 10 points so far and 7 rebounds for Jeff Evans. He is stuffing the stat sheet.
Looking for a little double-double action as Evans will go to the line, the junior forward, and shoot the bonus to try to extend this 3-point Waterford lead. Shot is up, and it is good. And that'll put a 4-point lead. With the basketball now is Lopez. And we're going to get another substitution in the ball game for the Whalers. In the corner, it goes to Fleetwood. Fleetwood with a little 10-footer is good. Nice job by Nick Fleetwood with a jumper from the left side. Waterford comes back with Peabody. Picks his dribble up. Basetto quickly swings it. The ball is never in Basetto's hands for very long.
That's a good thing if you're the Waterford Lancers. He moves the ball. He tries to find open looks for his players.
Basetto drives to the basket. Jump stop. Dishes down low. Evans cuts to the basket. Great look from Jake Mangual to Jeff Evans for 2.
13 points so far for Evans in the ball game, as he is Mr. Energy out there.
Fleetwood with the basketball. Down low it goes to Roman. Kicked, and it'll be Waterford basketball.
Number 20, Sam Castillo, in the game for the Whalers.
Fleetwood to Cunningham Hodge, inside to Roman. Roman puts it on the floor. He can't keep doing that. As soon as he puts the ball to the floor, the smaller Waterford guards get in there. But that time, Peabody with a reach, and that's going to be his 3rd. A big foul on the Waterford Lancers.
And a pet peeve, Casey, for coaches is why do the big men want to become small? You're a big man. Play big. Keep the ball up high. Catch it high. Shoot it high, Casey O'Neill.
Couldn't agree with you more, Sports Doctor. Those big guys, they got it. It's for rhythm, but as soon as you put it to the floor, you make those small guards involved in the play. Cunningham, nice job. Cunningham Hodge with a little jumper from the baseline. Brings New London back to within 2. 3:20 remaining. New London hanging around.
New London knocking down some shots, Casey, on the offensive end.
Shannon with the ball in the corner. Hounded, gets it to Basetto. Basetto, stutter step, gets it back to Shannon. Shannon drive to the basket to Mangual. Evans cuts to the basket, and we're going to get 3-second violation on Waterford, on Jake Mangual hanging out like he was under center. 2-point lead for the Waterford Lancers. New London with a chance to tie. Fleetwood to Castillo. Martinez at the top of the key. Had a flashing Castillo, but held it up. Cunningham Hodge picks up his dribble, gets it to Roman at the top of the key. Knocked out, and Roman recovers. Puts it on the floor, cuts to the left. Roman throws it up, no good, but we're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on Jake Mangual, and that's going to send Major Roman to the line to shoot 2 with a chance to bring the Whalers closer than the 2-point deficit. I have to say I like the difference in styles between the two coaches. Coach Bassett of Waterford calmly brought the official over and said to him, "Why, kind sir, may I explain to you why I have a difference of opinion in the action that you just called?"
You're not going to get that from Coach Craig Parker.
Coach Craig Parker.
No, he's demonstrative.
Had one of Mike DeMauro's favorite calls of all time when he said he hated to make that call. He hated to make that call. Second one is good by Roman. It brings the Whalers to within 1, 31-30. Mikey Bassetto with the basketball for Waterford. Whalers still in their extended zone. Bassetto surveying the Whaler defense. Gets it to Mangual at the elbow. Quick ball movement. Giannakis back into the ball game. He has it. Nice look by Giannakis to Mangual. Misses the layup. Ball kicked around. Evans comes up with it. Back in the hands of Bassetto to Giannakis for 3. No good, strong, but Evans with the rebound. But they're going to call Jeff Evans with a push. And that time, that got Coach Bassett up and a little bit more animated. He's asking he's asking official Radiccioni. I don't know about that.
Bit of a nickel dimer there on the behalf of Jeff Evans there, called by Radiccioni. So a little bit of a hip check into the board that time, and will cost Waterford the possession.
As a very strong rebounder myself at a diminutive 5'6.5", the hip check is a valuable part of rebounding. In the lane, Cunningham Hodge, no good. Rebound comes to Waterford, and Bassetto's going to push. In the corner it goes to Shannon. 3-pointer, no good. Strong rebound, Giannakis. He goes up, blocked out of bounds by Terrell Martinez, but it will remain Waterford basketball. We tell the stat guru to get those shots off a little faster.
And the London's defense really giving Waterford fits so far in the second half.
Bassetto inbounds underneath, gets it to Evans. Evans strong on Martinez. Nice job by Jeff Evans. He and Terrell Martinez jawing at each other a little bit. Fleetwood comes back the other way. Wrong tempo for the Whalers. Inside it goes to Roman. Takes a step, goes hard to the basket. Offensive foul against Major Roman. Jake Mangual, the anchor, did exactly that. He stood there like an anchor and took the charge.
Jeff Evans on one end of the floor, Jake Mangual on the other. Big people up front doing work here for the Lancers, trying to spark this crowd and spark their team, Casey.
They are the Energizer players. And one thing missing from tonight's game has been Lancer Nation. For years, the best cheering section in the ECC, and they are a little bit quiet right now.
A little subdued out there. I think the cold weather's gotten everybody down here a little bit.
Ball goes out of bounds off of Major Roman, and Waterford will retain possession. We see the Whaler bench getting into it here for New London, trying to spark a little energy. Bassetto will inbounds for Waterford to Evans. Up top to Mangual. He's got Castillo on him. Swings it to Shannon. Open look for Bassetto on the right end. No good, but he's fouled by Castillo, and Mikey Bassetto is going to get 3.
And that certainly brought Coach Craig Parker out of his seat that time. Not happy with the defense of Castillo on that play.
He's going to get Gio Lopez right back into this ball game. But Bassetto with a chance to up the Waterford lead with 3 foul shots.
I get a kick out of watching Coach Parker on the sidelines.
First one slides out of bounds for Bassetto. He's one of the most animated and fun guys to watch. I've spent entire seasons on or near the bench for New London High School, and he's a sitcom on his own right. You can watch him. He's a reality show waiting to happen. Uncharacteristically, Bassetto misses his first 2, takes a step back off the line. He's not happy with that. I can promise you there will be a lecture tonight in the Bassetto household about the value of free throws.
No, I'm sure. No doubt about that.
Led by Sarah. Third one is good. 34-30. Lancers with a 4-point lead. Whalers have Gio Lopez back in the ball game with Cunningham Hodge, Fleetwood, Martinez, and Major Roman. Martinez put the ball on the floor, stripped by Bassetto. Loose on the floor, and then we're going to have a tie-up, timeout. Waterford, and the London folks are not happy.
Here we go.
Not happy at all. Coach Parker is fuming. They get him away from Radiccioni because he doesn't want to get a tee here.
Coach Parker's claiming it was a loose ball, and you cannot call a timeout during a loose ball. Looking for some sort of justification from Rich Radiccioni. Not too sure he's going to get it.
I'm going to give Coach Radiccioni, I'm going to give official Radiccioni a lot of respect for patience and turning the other cheek there. A
Reserve,
heated
yeah.
Craig Parker, and I would say a less veteran official would probably have teed him up. But having been in this league for a very long time, Rad, as they call him, knew the heated Coach Parker needed to, get out some stuff, and now they're coming over and they're discussing it rationally. That was a really good job of officiating by Radiccioni.
Give a quick shout out here. We'll get a second, Casey, to Dave Souza, Waterford AD, recovering from knee surgery today. Used to coach with Dave over at Bacon Academy. The sports doctor did, and speedy recovery, Coach. Get back soon.
One of the greats. Long three in the corner by Shannon, no good. And New London lazy, no one follows. Evans comes up with it. Loose on the floor, lazy that time by the Whalers. They got to be a little bit sharper. Everyone else thought everyone else was going to get it. 4-point Whaler deficit. Lancers, Mangual, no good. Roman comes down strong, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound against Mangual. 15 foul on Waterford.
Casey, Waterford has gone ice cold from behind the arc here in this ball game. They had not hit a three-point shot since about 5 minutes to go in the first half.
New London has had a real trouble scoring as well. So Lopez has Shannon on him. Inside it goes to Roman. He spins to the baseline. Back out it goes to Fleetwood. Fleetwood back to Roman on Mangual. Tied up by Bassetto. Fleetwood gets it, goes to the basket. Jumper is good, and a little runner. And the New London folks want a foul. They're not going to get it. 34-32. Stolen by Lopez. Tied up by Martinez, and it's getting a little sloppy here right now, and also a little frantic and rough, and we're going to get a foul on the floor on Jeff Evans.
Yeah, and I think New London likes that frantic, rough, helter-skelter pace right now. It seemed to spark them a little bit, with kids like Fleetwood and Giovanni Lopez getting into the mix here a little bit.
Walker Sutman comes into the game for Evans, who just picked up his third foul. Remember the old Arkansas teams under Nolan Richardson?
Oh, sure.
Or the Georgetown teams when Iverson was there? They just wanted it to be ugly.
Yeah.
Just wanted it to be ugly. They wanted their defense to create offense. They wanted loose balls and reach-ins and sloppy games. They felt that suited them. Martinez trying to hold the ball up high, finds Lopez on a backdoor cut, left hand, no good. 4 seconds remaining. Bassetto pushes, tries to get it ahead. Shannon, but he can't get a shot off. And that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter here at Waterford High School. Your score, the Waterford High School Lancers 34, the New London High School Whalers 32. Fourth quarter action coming your way. You're watching Game Day on theday.com.
Chevrolets, Cadillacs, and Buicks do cost less at MJ Sullivan's in New London, but that's not the only reason we've been Eastern Connecticut's GM leader for over 33 years. It's also because we put you first. First in customer satisfaction, first with a wide selection, and first in real value. So come to MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Cadillac Buick in New London or online at mjsullivanauto.com and let us earn your business for life.
Yeah, we're back here at Waterford High School with the Lancers lead the New London Whalers 34-32 on GameDay and theday.com, and leading scorers so far for the game, Casey O'Neill, Jeff Evans for the Lancers with 15, and freshman Nick Fleetwood with 9 for the London Whalers.
2-point deficit for New London. Waterford doesn't feel like Waterford's got a 2-point lead. They have been ice cold for quite a while, as we see a nice crowd here at Waterford High School. And it's always interesting in big games like this, Waterford having not beaten New London in 9 years. Who's going to be the guy that takes the big shots down the stretch?
Oh, you think that plays in their psyche a little bit here as they enter the fourth quarter?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. Biggest hurdle they have tonight is themselves. Martinez with the basketball for the Whalers. Looking for a backdoor cut, gets it to Lopez. Lopez being hounded by Shannon. Baseline drive. Martinez spins, nifty move, and one. Terrell Martinez gets the Whalers even at 34, and he'll go to the line.
Terrell Martinez, big person up front, helping out Major Roman, and he can do some damage down there against that undersized Waterford defense, Casey.
Third foul on Mangual. Mangual has 3. Evans has 3. Peabody has 3. Shannon and Sutman are the 2 remaining size guys for Waterford that do not have foul trouble. And Sutman cleaned up that rebound of the Martinez miss. And Bassetto will run the offense for the Lancers in this brand new ball game, 34 all. Shannon, Peabody, and Bassetto. Mangual and Sutman. Peabody tries to split, lobs it inside, and we're going to get a foul on Major Roman as he went over the back of Walker Sutman. And the sophomore Sutman did a nice job holding him off and getting the foul.
Yeah, with Waterford in foul trouble right now, they're going to need a couple of these young kids to step up, and Sutman and Holland Shannon to make some plays.
Bassetto inbounds to Sutman. Cross court it goes to Shannon. Bassetto with the ball now. Bassetto gets a little fancy. Mangual almost lost it, but he gets a nice job recovering. Bassetto inside to Mangual. Nice pump fake off of Martinez. Ball is loose. Mangual gets it, and we're going to get a jump ball. And that's going to, possession arrow is going to favor Waterford. But a really nice job that time by Mangual with good hands.
Yeah, and great defense so far for the Whalers here to start the fourth quarter.
Bassetto inbounds strong to Shannon. Shannon on the baseline, no good. Roman comes out with it. And then Gio Lopez tried to pass it to Cunningham Hodge. We thought there was a double dribble. I thought I heard a whistle, but no. Now Fleetwood loses it. Shannon comes out of the pack with it. And he loses it to Fleetwood. And again, the chaos here at Waterford. And Coach Bassett is livid. Martinez drives. They're going to basket, and are they waving it off? What do we got here?
Charge taken by Big Jake Mangual underneath for the Lancers.
A dangerous one. That would have been his fourth foul had he not gone his way. The New London crowd not happy. Coach Bassett, though, much more pleased with that call.
15 degrees outside. Things are heating up here at Waterford High School, folks.
Couldn't have said it any better, Sports Doctor. This place is starting to get a little more energy as the play is getting a little rougher, a little more frantic, and that might favor the Whalers. Maybe the Whalers trying to get into the heads of the Lancers. Nice drive to the basket by Peabody.
3 fouls on Landon Peabody. Coach can't wait. Got to make a move here. Got to go on a run.
Roman, he can go to the basket, but Mangual is hanging off him, daring him to shoot in the corner to Fleetwood. Back inside to Roman. He spins, baseline, puts it up strong, no good, tips around. Out of bounds, Mangual saves it to Bassetto, but they're going to say he was on the line, and it will stay Whaler basketball.
Yeah, inbounds play here. Watch the lob to Major Roman. We saw it a couple times last year where he stuffed it through. Waterford's got to be heads up on the defensive end.
Yeah, Mangual will not let that happen. Watch how he's bodying Roman. He's really, really not letting him do any cuts. Fleetwood drives, pulls up at the foul line, no good. Strong rebound by Martinez. He goes up, no good. And Mangual pulls the rebound down. Great look by Martinez. He couldn't get it to go. Bassetto the other way finds Evans, and he's hammered by Terrell Martinez. Jeff Evans will go to the line, and Martinez is accruing fouls here now. That's his third.
Yeah, what a no-look pass by Mikey Bassetto. Like I told you before, hands up, ready to roll if you're one of the Lancers offensive players. Jeff Evans, right place, right time, strong to the hole.
Evans will go to the line to shoot up two with 5:44 remaining in what is becoming a very physical basketball game. There's Lancer Nation starting to get into it a little bit.
Sure.
Evans knocks the first one down.
Jeff Evans stepping up big, Casey. 16 points so far for the Lancers.
35 is the number on the back. Evans dips, he shoots, makes the second one. 4-point Lancer lead. And Lopez will bring the ball up for the Whalers. Cunningham Hodge. Inside it goes to Roman. Quickly double teamed. He tries to spin. Gets it. It's on the floor. And out with it comes Waterford. They are not giving Major Roman any room. Bassetto drives to the basket. Running floater. No good. Strong rebound by Martinez. And we're going to get a jump ball. And I believe the possession arrow this time is going to favor New London.
Yes, it is. And Jeff Evans once again in the mix, coming off the baseline on the weak side. You know, and Jeff Evans is one of those kids who does the dirty work at a basketball team. Not only that, he's the team's leading scorer with 17 points.
Yeah, Evans and Martinez are absolutely battling with each other under the boards right now. Two very physical players, neither of whom backs away. Both who are used to having the physical and energy edge, and they're battling each other right now.
Yeah, fun to watch.
Inside it goes to Roman. He quickly gets it out to Cunningham Hodge. Open look for three. Oh, rattles in and out. Rebound, Gio Lopez. He spins. And how'd he get it to go? Gio Lopez and one.
Gio Lopez with an opportunity to cash in a three-point play and cut the Waterford lead to one. Very active on the weak side that time. Right place, right time. Sticking it for 2.
He spun, he held on to the basketball, drew the foul from Shannon, and he gets the chance at the bonus. No good. Whalers not doing well at the line right now. Still a Waterford lead, 38-36. Pacetto comes the other way to Peabody. Long 3, no good. Weak side rebound by Shannon. Puts it to the floor. On the baseline, no good. Martinez with a strong rebound. Martinez comes out of it, finds Fleetwood. Fleetwood ahead of the pack, blocked by Peabody. Lopez, runner in the lane, no good. Ball tipped. And we're getting an over-the-back foul on Major Roman. But what an athletic play by Landon Peabody.
Coast to coast, Landon Peabody. Heck of a job on the block. Both teams now, Casey, in the one-on-one in the last 5 minutes to go of the game. Wow.
Roman on an over-the-back call. He didn't like it. The New London bench didn't like it. And Evans, a very good foul shooter, will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I mean, certainly in the last 4.5 minutes and 4:42 in the game, Casey, the free throw line will become a factor in this ball game.
And one thing for New London, Roman, not a good foul shooter. You don't want him at the line. Evans, a very good foul shooter. He has been almost automatic tonight. And, of course, as soon as I said that, he misses, and Roman, I'm not going to do that anymore.
No.
Long pass up ahead to Martinez, gets Evans in the air and makes the layup, and we are all tied at 38. I think we have our chances here at a real good one. Peabody in the lane, stripped. Out of the pack comes Martinez. Martinez drives, layup good, and the Whalers have a lead, 40-38.
Terrell Martinez providing the spark for the Whalers here in the second half as the Waterford Lancers call timeout. Casey, and if you were searching for offense in Whalen Asen, you just found it in Terrell Martinez.
Terrell Martinez came into this basketball game, immediately traveled, and drew a foul. The first 2 things he did was he traveled and he drew a foul. He got off the bench with so much energy, having sat the first half. But since he settled in, him and Jeff Evans have been absolutely battling each other, coast to coast that time. Martinez ripping a rebound down, getting a steal, going coast to coast, and we see Coach Bill Bassett. Welcome to the ECC rivalry, Coach. Right now, you are looking in the eyes of kids who were in Little League the last time Waterford beat this Whaler team.
You got a ball game here, very emotional in the New London Whaler timeout in the huddle. The kids encouraging themselves as well, Casey. This is a big-time ball game, and we've seen offense and sparks from people we didn't expect to. Jeff Evans, Terrell Martinez, and the last 4 minutes and 16 seconds, the free throw line will be a factor in this ball game.
You know, the 2 players to watch, our Player of the Year candidates, both Peabody and Roman, have made their presence known, but not offensively. Roman has not been able to do anything. As soon as he gets the ball, they collapse on him. He can't put it down. If he kicks it out, it's out of his hands. He has really, really struggled to do anything offensively. So has Peabody. Nothing from the outside. A couple of nice layups and cuts, but both have played very well on the defensive end. Peabody has it for Waterford. Gets it in the corner to Shannon. 3-pointer by Shannon. No good. Rebound by Mangual and knocked out of bounds by Cunningham Hodge, but great weak side rebound that time by Mangual.
You know, and if Waterford's bread and butter on offense is the 3-point shot, again, they haven't hit a 3-point shot since about 5 minutes to go in the first half, Casey. It's been a long time.
Yeah, Johnson and Pacetto were the early choices, but neither one has come up recently. This time Peabody takes one, and off the mark, Roman up high for the rebound. New London with a 2-point lead and the basketball. Cunningham Hodge to Lopez, looking for a cutter. Gets it inside to Roman. Roman back to Cunningham Hodge. And we're going to get a whistle.
A technical foul on Coach Greg Parker. He was on the floor. Wow. Coach Greg Parker has been teed up at a very inopportune time in this ball game. 3:44 to go. His team up by 2 and with the ball. Well, there you go.
Well,
was I misinformed?
No. See, it was a very confusing thing because Coach was trying to get a timeout. He was running the floor in an effort to get the timeout. And when the official turned and saw where he was, he said to the coach, "You can't be here, or I'm going to give you a tee."
Gotcha.
And Coach Parker said, "I'm trying to I'm trying to call a timeout." And the official, Dan Kalis, what he was saying was, "If you're here, I have to tee you up. You can't be, there's some latitude, but you can't be here." and Parker was saying, no, I'm trying to get your attention to call a timeout. And I think official Kalis said, yeah, let's go with that route, because I'd really rather not tee you up right now.
So once again, Coach Craig Parker gets a little bit of leeway here at Waterford High School.
No, it's not just Coach Parker.
No,
I think both Radiccioni and Kalis are showing themselves to be worthy of the big game. That would have been a terrible time to tee anybody up, and despite the emotion, they found the other way to go about it. That's a veteran official right there, and a nice job allowing the out so that the coach doesn't get a tee that he really wasn't trying to do. Martinez back out to Lopez. New London's going to take a little bit of the air out of the basketball right now with a 2-point lead. Try to force Waterford out of their zone. There comes Bassetto. Inside it goes to Martinez. Martinez jump stop. No good, but we're going to get a foul on the floor. Looks like that's going to be on Mangual, and that'll be his fourth if it is. Waiting for Radiccioni. Rich Radiccioni says yes, a block on Mangual, his fourth with 3:26 remaining, and Martinez will go to the line.
Yeah, a little bit of a 1-4 set that time for New London, trying to spread the floor a little bit against Waterford. And Martinez taking it to the rack will go to the line to shoot 2.
38 for Waterford, 40 for New London. Martinez misses the first one, but a strong rebound by the freshman, Nick Fleetwood, and he gets it back out to Gio Lopez. Great weak side rebound by Fleetwood. Johnson harassing Lopez, so he gets it to Roman, who gives it back to Fleetwood. Fleetwood at the top of the key. Waterford extending the pressure with those guards down towards 3 minutes. Gio Lopez, and New London wants another timeout as the Waterford pressure is bothering them with 3:08 remaining in a 2-point lead.
Yeah, smart call there by Coach Craig Parker. Want to make sure he has the right personnel on the floor. Want to set something up, trying to get a good look. Casey, New London has all the momentum in the world right now. Keep it rolling.
I got to tell you right now, one of the most calming influences right there is a sight that you like to see. Wearing a, what do we call that, lavender? Is that a nice lavender shirt?
Yeah, sure.
The familiar face of C.J. Parker, one of the greats at New London High School. The glue, they called him, on the undefeated team last year. We saw him with big moment after big moment here on game day, on the bench, home for break from college, and on the bench with his father here, the team that he led last year. And he looks good, although I'm not sure about the stuff on the chin, but he looks good.
Little goatee there. He's going to Northeastern. Having a time of his life up in Boston.
There he is, C.J. Parker, and he's talking to assistant coach Arnie De La Rosa, who's the JV coach. And I think he is a calming influence on his father.
Yeah.
Some of us children are not calming influences on our fathers. Some of us are perhaps, we bring the best out in them, but perhaps through a more animated presence.
Sure, absolutely. What a great kid C.J. Parker is, too. We worked with him a lot last year. Fantastic young man.
Speaking of fantastic kids, the junior voice of Game Day, to my left right now, enjoying this exciting action as we get back to it. 3:08 remaining, New London with the basketball in a 2-point lead. Peabody hounding Lopez, he gives it up to Roman. Mangual in with 4 fouls. Lopez to Cunningham Hodge, drives on Bassetto, lobs it up for Roman. Roman puts it up too strong. Strong rebound by Martinez. Follow-up is good, and the foul. Terrell Martinez doing work down low, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, set play out of the timeout to get Major Roman the ball down on the block. Major Roman misses the layup, and Terrell Martinez cleaning the mess up for the big fella, and he has made an impact here in the second half, Casey.
And perhaps more importantly, Jake Mangual goes to the bench. That is his 5th foul. He has fouled out of the basketball game. Sophomore Walker Sutman replaces him. Whalers with a 4-point lead. Martinez, foul shot, no good. And they're going to get Roman over the back, and that's a big foul on Major Roman. That's his 4th.
And 1-1 down the stretch for both teams, Casey. That's free throws for the Lancers.
So let's set the stage here. New London with a 4-point lead, but going to the line, sophomore Walker Sutman. Jake Mangual has just fouled out of the game for Waterford, and Major Roman has picked up his 4th for the Whalers. So Roman with 4, Martinez with 3, Evans with 3, and Mangual out of the ballgame. Sutman, the lefty, calmly drains it down, Brian Scalabrini-like.
That puts the hops and the brakes on an 8-0 New London run.
Second one, no good, in and out, rebound, loose on the floor. Out with it comes Bassetto. Bassetto in the corner for 3. No good. Evans with a weak side rebound, back to Peabody, and Waterford will reset. Basetto and Peabody along with Johnson, Sutman, and Evans. A three from Johnson is short on the floor. Johnson gets his own rebound. The Whalers look a little tired right now. Johnson drives. Basetto, baseline, pulls it out. Inside it goes to Evans. Back out to Johnson for three. And up and over. And that's going to turn it over to New London with 2:15 remaining. And the Whalers with a 3-point lead. Lots of open looks, but the Lancers just couldn't knock one down.
They cannot buy anything from outside the arc, Casey, right now. Like I said, the staple of the Waterford offense is the three-point shot. It is gone.
Waterford pressuring. The other way comes Lopez. He tried to find Roman off his knee and out of bounds. A huge turnover. The Whalers either wanted to eat clock or get the easy layup. They got neither.
Yeah, one too many passes that time by Gio Lopez on the break, looking for the big man Roman. Backfired on him that time.
Lancers were putting on a little pressure. The Whalers broke it with ease, but got a disastrous result. Peabody the other way with it for Waterford. Basetto, Peabody, Sutman, Johnson, and Evans. In the corner, out to the elbow, now back up top. Peabody, open look from the top of the key, short, and a rebound by Roman. Lancers with a horrendous shooting night tonight. Cannot knock down the threes. Cunningham Hodge the other way for New London. Pressured by Peabody. Drives to the basket. Tries to get it to Roman, and it's knocked out of bounds with 1:36 remaining. New London wants to stall, but I don't think they have the guards to handle the Waterford pressure when they try to bring it out and stall.
Or the patience either.
Fleetwood, Cunningham Hodge. They're trying to get it inside to Roman. Ball on the floor, Fleetwood. Fleetwood drives. Loose on the floor, off of Evans, and it'll stay New London basketball. Only a freshman, Nick Fleetwood, is being exposed to his first real big ECC game, and he has played great so far for the Whalers, but a little over anxious that time, and we're down to 1:26 remaining. Whalers trying again to eat clock or get an easy basket. Roman with the ball, drives baseline and misses the layup. Rebound by Sutman, and the Lancers somehow still hanging around. Down three, but with the basketball.
Now we're going to wire job here at Waterford High School, Casey O'Neill.
I don't know if it's Oklahoma, Kansas, but it's pretty good. Basetto, Johnson, and Peabody on the perimeter. Inside they go to Sutman. Back out to Basetto. Long three. In and out. Rebound by Roman, and he's fouled. How did that one not go down for Mikey Basetto? That was inside the cylinder.
Wow.
And with under a minute remaining, Roman goes to the line to shoot two, and he desperately needs to knock one of these down to make it a two-possession game.
Yeah, double bonus now time for the New London Whalers.
Foul was on Johnson, only his second. Roman for the first. Back iron, no good. We've seen Roman really struggle from the foul line. This is a young man who does everything well. Academics, football, basketball, life. He's a great kid, but he struggles from the foul line. Timeout, Waterford. They're going to talk about what they do if they make or if they miss here on the New London second free throw by Roman.
Yeah, Casey, this is crunch time here, and we'll talk a little strategy, and I'm sure that Waterford, what they're going through is, what we're going to do on the ball on the offensive end, try and free up one of our shooters to get him a clean look on the outside. The three-point shot seems to be very evasive for them. It's their bread and butter. They got to knock one of these down sooner or later.
You would think so. I mean, that last look by Basetto was deep, but that ball was in the cylinder. But we've seen Peabody with some great looks. We've seen Basetto with some great looks. Shannon with some great looks. Johnson with a couple of. I mean, they have had some really good looks and just have not been able to knock one down. On the other side, New London's had this three-point lead for what feels like forever. They have not been able to get another point.
Yeah, and here you go. Coach Craig Parker, 5 brand new starters. He doesn't know what he's got out there. He's on the road, in the first league game of the year for them. And Waterford at home, supposed to be one of the teams to beat. 58 seconds to go, 3-point ball game.
Roman at the line for his second foul shot. And he in and out. And it's tipped out of bounds by Waterford, and it will stay Whaler basketball. Oh, no. Peabody and Walker Sutman both went for the basketball. They knocked it out of bounds, and the Whalers will inbound. Lob to Roman. He gets it underneath, goes up strong. Major Roman gives the Whalers a 5-point lead. Peabody drives to the basket. Floater blocked by Roman. But we're going to get a foul. Who's the foul on? Foul's going to be on Martinez. That's going to be his fourth, and that's going to send Landon Peabody to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Craig Parker on the sidelines asking, how was that a foul? If I could read lips correctly.
That's exactly what he said. Peabody makes the first one, brings Waterford to within 4, 44-40, with 47 seconds left. 4s are wild up on the board. Peabody with the second, knocks it down as well, and it's a 1-possession game. Waterford pressures. Cunningham Hodge breaks pressure, gets it over the midcourt, tries to pull it back. He's got to be careful about a trap. Spins in a timeout, New London, with 39 seconds remaining and a 3-point lead.
And again, the New London guards right now look a little bit uncomfortable when it comes to running a weave or burning a little bit of clock out there. So Coach Craig Parker would just want to make sure he got people in the right places.
Well, to be clear, their guards are a freshman, Nick Fleetwood, a sophomore, Gio Lopez, and a senior, Isaiah Cunningham Hodge. But you're talking about a senior, a freshman, and a sophomore against a senior in Kevin Johnson, a senior in Landon Peabody. You know, 2 guys who are very active, and Mikey Pacetto, who might be a sophomore but has some of the quickest hands that you're going to see in a high school basketball player. So it is a challenge right now for the New London guards to match up with the Waterford guards.
Right, and situational basketball with 39 seconds left to go in the game, Casey, that is New London's last timeout. They have no more timeouts left, so sure Coach Parker is setting things up here down the stretch.
Well, he's figuring that, I mean, if they're, they have the ball, they have the lead, so he doesn't think he needs a timeout to set up an offensive play, and if they go into overtime, he gets another one.
All right, they're in a double bonus too, so let Waterford come out and play you.
Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock here and get a look for Roman backdoor. That's going to be the goal. Long outlet pass tipped by Pacetto, those quick hands, but Lopez comes out with it. Pacetto's going to hound him. He gets it to Cunningham Hodge. They're trying to trap. Inside it goes to Lopez. Lopez drives, runner up, tipped. Martinez loses it out of bounds, regains it inbounds. Martinez underneath, it's loose. Peabody comes out with it, and Waterford's going to have a chance. Over to Pacetto, kicks to Johnson, 3-pointer, no good. Rebound, Evans. We're under 10 seconds. Evans to Peabody, and a timeout. Waterford with 7 seconds remaining. 44 for New London, 41 for Waterford. Wow.
Wire job here at Waterford High School. Casey, Coach Bassett right now is setting this play up, and I'm looking for one of 2 people. I'm looking for either Landon Peabody or Mikey Pacetto coming off of a high screen and roll, knocking down a 3-point shot. You can't make them all, well, you can't miss them all either, Coach. Got to make one of these sooner or later.
Right now, whichever team loses this game is going to feel like they lost an opportunity.
Yeah.
If New London holds on, Waterford's going to say, we can't shoot it any worse than this. And so and they're going to feel like they gave this game to New London. If New London loses this game, Coach Parker is going to say, we had a 3-point lead with 7 seconds remaining and 100 opportunities to close this thing out, and we couldn't do it. No coach is going to be happy after this game. There will be no moral victories here tonight. There will be no coach feeling good about the performance. Whichever team loses is going to feel like they gave the game away.
Yeah, I would agree totally. It's been a very, very sloppy game on both ends for both teams, but it's anybody's ball game right now. And I'm sure Coach Bassett is situational basketball, and like I said, the sports doctor is either going to look for Landon Peabody or Mikey Pacetto to get the ball back to him off the inbounds and pop a 3.
Set your lineups for New London: Roman, Martinez, Cunningham Hodge, Lopez, and Fleetwood. Pacetto, Evans, Johnson, Sutman, Walker Sutman, and Peabody. Pacetto inbounding, gets it to Walker, to Sutman rather. Long 3-pointer for Pacetto, air ball, Evans tips it back, and that's going to do it.
Going to put 1 second back on the clock.
They're putting 1 second remaining on the clock. It's not over yet. New London only has to inbound it. Waterford got no good look. They inbounded it to Walker Sutman. He kicked it out. Pacetto took a shot from just inside of half court.
Yeah,
and with 1 second remaining, the Whalers have a 3-point lead. All they have to do is inbound it.
Yeah, great ball game here tonight, Casey O'Neill. Wire job.
44-41 New London with the basketball. All they have to do is inbound it. 1 second remaining, and somehow it really appears that Coach Craig Parker is going to come out of this thing with a victory. Hard to believe, considering how many missed opportunities New London had in this game. And Waterford just has to think they can't possibly shoot it worse than this.
No, and it's certainly if New London holds on here in the last 3 seconds, Casey, what a building block and what just an absolute momentum builder for the rest of their season to come on the road, league game, and win in a little bit of a hostile environment.
The fans are heading for the exits, but the two teams are going over strategies here as they get ready to inbound the basketball, and the Whalers are 1 second away from an improbable victory here at Waterford High School. Terrell Martinez under his own basket, just throw the pass down the end of the court. He throws it in the air. Roman leaps up for it, grabs it over Evans, and that will do it. Wow, what a way to kick off game day. Ladies and gentlemen, the New London High School Whalers with an improbable 44-41 victory over the Waterford High School Lancers here at Waterford High School. We are going to have reactions from winning coach Craig Parker as well as some final stats, but let's quickly send it to a break. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Chevrolets, Cadillacs, and Buicks do cost less at MJ Sullivan's in New London, but that's not the only reason we've been Eastern Connecticut's GM leader for over 33 years. It's also because we put you first. First in customer satisfaction, first with a wide selection, and first in real value. So come to MJ Sullivan Chevrolet Cadillac Buick in New London or online at mjsullivanauto.com and let us earn your business for life.
You're watching Game Day live on theday.com here at Waterford High School, where the New London High School Whalers are celebrating a hard-fought 44-41 victory over the Waterford High School Lancers. We've got the sports doctor Keith O'Brien down on the court with winning coach Craig Parker and winning player Terrell Martinez.
I've got winning coach Craig Parker here from the London Whalers. Coach, first road test in the league, big win for your kids.
Yeah, we talked to the kids. We needed this game tonight. We didn't want to fall to 1-3. We're 2-2, and this was a big win for us. It was a great high school basketball game.
Coach, your guards out there harassing the Waterford three-point shooting, keeping them off the line a little bit. Talk about your guard play on the defense.
Well, you know what? We stressed we have to defend the perimeter against Waterford. They have multiple outside shooters, three-point threats. And for the most part, I thought we did a real good job defending the perimeter.
Yeah, and how about your big people down low?
Well, I think that was the difference in the game. We got a little bit of size on them, and in the end, it came through for us.
Now, speaking of big people and energizing off the bench, Tyrell Martinez tonight, our player of the game. Tyrell, you came in the second half, and you brought a little spark to the team out there.
Yeah, I came late to practice yesterday, so I didn't start. So I knew I hurt my team. So my goal was when I was going in, I had to play with energy and try to fire us up.
So that's one way to get out of the coach's doghouse a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, so talk about, what is it like for a young team like you guys, inexperienced, 5 brand new starters this year, to come on the road and win this type of a ball game?
Well, last year's team, we had a lot of senior leadership, like Colin Sawyer, Seth Lake, CJ Parker, who's on the bench now. So me and Major, because we're two of the kids who were on last year's team, we try to be leaders in practice and try to show the younger kids what we have to do in order to win and be successful.
All right, good stuff. Listen, Coach, we will see you guys a little bit later down the road, but a great win and a great victory for the Whalers tonight.
Thank you very much. Thanks for doing the game. We really appreciate it.
All right, as head coach Craig Parker and Tyrell Martinez here from Waterford High School, Casey. Big win for these Whalers here tonight.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. It was an exciting matchup here on our inaugural broadcast of the 2016 Game Day, or 2016. The wife of the voice of Game Day does not like it when I say 2016. The 2016 season is off to a great start. A 44-41 victory for the New London High School Whalers. Our next Game Day broadcast will be on January 15th, when we will be at Fitch High School, where Player of the Year candidate Eddie Volkerts and his Fitch Falcons will take on the Ledyard High School Colonels in what should be a very athletic and fun basketball game. Then, of course, We'll have some girls basketball action at NFA, the very good NFA girls versus Mercy. And as you can see there on the screen, we will have a full slate back here at Waterford at Ledyard for a great Bacon-Ledyard game and New London-Ledyard. And then, of course, the ECC semifinals and finals of the boys and the ECC finals of the girls. All coming up this year on Game Day. Always a pleasure to bring you exciting high school basketball action. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to Peter Wappy, Mike DeMoro, of course, to the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien. I am Casey O'Neill, and the junior voice of Game Day is here. Take us home.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for watching Waterford versus New London High School. Your final score, 44 to 41, live on the GameDay.com.